25K away. And we're at 2,000 viewers. We love to see it. We've got one person in the box. I think they're friendly, though.
You're so nice to your chat. I bully them for likes.
Hello?
Hey, so I wanted to join previously. Hey, Hector. I just want to say that too.
What's good, bro?
I wanted to join previously with the other gentleman that was, I forget his name, but he was kind of, I felt like he was getting it. And he talked about his citizenship, and I had an example I wanted to give him, but he's gone already. And then I also didn't like how that last guy was talking to Felice, so I wanted to come up and say something to him, but he's gone too, so...
It's in the chat, so you can still yell at him. You can still demean him for me. I will allow it.
You can still... So I try not to... he's not here. I can't say anything to... I mean, I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but... I had questions for him. Oh, you are still there. So, bro, I just want to understand. So, the way you were speaking to her, do you speak to your mother that same way? I'm trying to, like, do you have sisters, daughters, maybe a wife? I understand she probably doesn't like you much, but, you know, if you have a wife, do you speak to her? I mean, you probably do speak to her the same way. Damn. Okay, so your mother, let's use her, because you probably respect your mother, maybe. How would you feel if somebody spoke to your mother that way? Called her out of her name the way that you did for Felice, or like was just generally interrupting. You call your daughter sweetie and honey? I don't know. I don't know if you mean that in the way a father should, but he's not here to respond to me, so
he's in there. I keep seeing it, and people are still adding.
No, I know.
No, but this is the issue. It's not about your direct familial relations. Like one of the most interesting studies, and I talked about this a couple of months ago, but there's a Harvard study, right? When they show men pictures of familial relations, their daughter, their mother, and they, mind you, this is the part of their brain lights up that recognizes a human being, an equal. Oh, that's me, right? My familial relations that are women, I recognize as another human being, my equal. And when they show men pictures of women they are not related to, just other women, the part of the brain lights up that recognizes a thing, an object. So, and I'm not correcting you, but I'm saying that yeah, that's how men try to relate to men. Say like, do you have a mother? Yeah, they recognize their mothers as people. The point is, if you can follow logic, extend the same grace that you give to your familial relations, that you recognize your mother, daughters, sisters deserve respect, then follow your own line of logic and extend that to women you don't know. That is the challenge. We are not things. We are people.
Hey, I don't want to keep friendlies up here for too long. One shot. I appreciate you.
No, boot me. I'm out of here.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
Followed you. Thank you. Yes. Nice to meet you.
Guys, I love y'all. I love friendlies. I love y'all so much. But when friendlies come up, we do lose viewership. So let's try to keep it to opposition only. Yellow, are you a Trump supporter? I don't know if they're here. Daryl? All right, I don't think they're here. Guys, I also wanted to show
picture.
I also wanted to show this is trumpgolftrack.com. This is they have a YouTube video for each time he's golfing and how many days in an office. So 24 days.
What is that? What site is that?
Trumpgolftrack.com.
Oh my God. I'm doing this. I'm starting my show with this every day.
Yeah, so we have all of Trump's golf trips right here with the receipts. So read it in Weeb Chat.
It's trumptrackgolf.com.
Golftrack.com.
Oh, golftrack. Sorry. Dyslexia.
Yeah. Yeah, people on YouTube are real mad at this one too. I love it. I love it. It gives me life. It gives me life.
So many failings on YouTube.
I know, guys. YouTube's a different beast. Please follow me on YouTube, by the way. If you guys want to make sure you guys follow me wherever the wind blows. If TikTok goes away, that's where I'll be. God, and I am on... it's on my link tree. If you guys go to my link tree in my bio, it's one of the links on my link tree, along with my Cash App and Venmo. If you guys are trying to support the stream, that's one way to do it. That's also how we kick guests. If you guys are sick and tired of hearing a guest and they suck extra hard, you're welcome to send money to have them kicked. And I'm assuming Felice and Hector also have Cash App and Venmo in their bio. And if you want to support them, that's probably a really good way to do it.
Well, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Thanks for sharing your research with everyone. So important. Thank you so much. Yeah, my Venmo's a girl, has no name, like my name on well, across the internet pretty much. And yeah, you can follow me on my link tree across the internet. And if you want to clip any of this, or it will all be on YouTube after.
I was just going to say one of the greatest way y'all can support your favorite creators is definitely by following them on the other platforms. We have zero clue whatsoever what's going to happen to TikTok in June. So please be sure, because just about everyone and their mama has a link tree in their bio. Make sure to check all of that and follow all your favorite creators and do all the things.
Someone says, how much to kick Felice? How much should we set the bar at, Felice?
$737.28.
Take that as a compliment.
I'll split it with you.
Actually, that came across as weird. I'm not trying to put a price on anyone's head.
Worth way more than that. That was a little offensive, but
I just thought of what's his name in that one movie. Those are rookie numbers. Get those numbers up.
And for people confused on YouTube, I am streaming on TikTok as well. We have like 1,800 people watching over here on YouTube. I mean, on TikTok.
I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now, and X, I think. But I don't let anyone comment on X because, man, do men want to kill me on there.
I was reading a report from 2019 from the Government Accountability Office, the real Doge, showing that 4 trips alone to his Palm Beach resort to do what he does best was $13.6 million. You have Rick Bradshaw, who was the sheriff in Florida, who had to account for the police protection of Donald Trump every time he went out there, said it cost $240,000 a day to help the Secret Service protect Trump. He had to ask the county commissioners for $45 million more and then tried to get it back through Congress. So yes, money is being allocated through Congress for these things, even if it isn't specifically and directly labeled as such in said bills.
With the receipts,
you can watch these hearings. It's being debated. It's been debated all last week. These debates were going on in Congress. Congress is like watching the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, it's better. And I'm a Division I athlete. So I'm telling you, you think Congress, what's going on in Congress, it's boring? It's not. They're doing everything but fist fighting each other over this stuff.
Ty, it's just awkward. It's just awkward at this point. It's just awkward.
Who's Ty? Is it the Ty I know?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't even know how to describe Ty.
Hello? Oh, that was an accident. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop into the request box. If you're on YouTube, you're always welcome to come over to my TikTok and hop into the requests. I also could put up the phone number, but my other guests are not able to communicate with a caller from YouTube. So I would prefer you guys come over to TikTok and do that, please, so we don't have to talk to Ty. Yes, Ty's still in the box.
I say one thing I've been asking Trump supporters lately, and I've actually gotten some concerning answers. I'll say, did you vote for a president or a king? And then everyone goes, I would say 70% of them say president, which is, false, whatever. And then 30% actually proudly say, yes, we need a king. I was like, oh, wow.
Imagine believing that. Imagine not understanding who is stealing from you and then supporting them blindly. But it is, Fax and I did a great live on Monday morning about this, the actual psychological shared fantasy, of a malignant narcissist. And that's what it is. They're in a shared fantasy with a malignant narcissist.
Hello, Richie. Are you a Trump supporter?
Trump! W. Richie. Came up here and said it loud and proud.
Like a bunch of... You guys ever watch Power Rangers?
Yes.
Do you know, the putty soldiers? They would just go around Like, that's what they remind me of. Trump. I love Trump.
No one can tell me anything. Bye. Like, still W Brad. Brad was the smartest one we've talked to today. I have hope for Brad.
Brad has a chance.
I like the pink Power Ranger. She was one of my first crushes. Kimberly.
Her name was Kimberly. Let's all just, while we're sitting here, let's keep tapping and everyone share the live with 5 people. If you just push that arrow in the right-hand corner. And if you don't have anyone to share with, just push the copy link button. It might help us find opposition faster. And then let's just tap until we get to 620K.
Some of you may still have this option. Some of you don't. I know I can't on my iPhone, but I can on my Android. If you can, share this live to your story. That is a thing. Share the live to your story. People passing through your stories can see the live.
Elisa, thank you so much for the $20. She says, oh, that was someone else. She says if to split this with Felice, and if she leaves, we will riot. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. I gotcha.
Keep it, Pickles.
No way.
We'll break even.
I lost live story stream.
Eventually.
Damn. Grayson?
No, it's Grayson.
Grayson?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Like Grayson, or just Grayson. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
What do you like about Trump?
Wait, what?
What do you like about Trump?
Decent guy. Decent guy. It does, he's got some decent policies on the way, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Is a decent guy. I mean, I could obviously tell you the glaring elephant in the room about him being an adjudicated sexual abuser, about him having 34 felonies, about him stealing from a children's cancer charity, or having a fraudulent university, or trying to overturn a free and fair election with fake slates of electors, or him crashing the economy and blaming Joe Biden on the stock market's downfall, even though it's obviously his tariffs. We can go on and on. Do you have anything you would like to say in particular?
A lot of that's he or she say. So it's kind of like banter back and forth. So I would disagree with a lot of those things. Yeah, sure. But I guess we can start with the felonies. I feel this was an attack on Trump. Political attack.
Grayson, you got it. I agree. You said I feel. Thank you. Thank you. Grayson got it right. Grayson feels. I agree with Grayson's feelings. Grayson, and I validate your feelings. All of your feelings are valid, Grayson. Keep them coming.
Is there anything you could say about the court case that shows that he's just innocent and this was not deserved?
Some of it seems a little bit odd, like the where the actual assault occurred at. Something is not adding up.
There's no assault in this case. 34 felonies.
Oh yeah. I'm referring to the actual. Well, I'm starting with the most brutal of them all, which is the adjudicated rapist. You said.
Okay, that's a civil case.
That's in civil court. That's not at all one of these things, Grayson.
I'm going Grayson, please.
Grayson, are you French?
I am French. Grayson. Anyway, so Pickles. The reason I kind of pivoted to that is because that's the most grotesque of them all. Therefore, I'm choosing that one to start with. The felonies we can talk about too, but with that one, in regard to the assault charge, or the assault civil case, it just doesn't seem to add up. Seems a little bit odd.
Well, 7 jurors all unanimously said that it was definitely.
And
the case
Grayson feels like.
Can you, please? Yeah. Anyway, Pickles.
All 7 jurors. If we start undermining our like court systems this way, I think we start getting in real trouble. But we have 7 jurors that all unanimously said that he definitely did sexually assault her. And I mean, he also brags about grabbing people by the pussy, even because you're rich. You don't have to ask, you just do it. He literally said that himself. So I don't see how far-fetched this is. also considering.
Yeah, no, I denounce that behavior. I mean, I don't think it's okay for a man to say that.
I'm not asking if it's okay for him to say it. I'm just saying that's obviously that's indicative of him being that type of person.
You think that someone saying like grab her by the pussy, which first of all is an odd thing to say, that means that that's indicative of them actually being one that actually grabs by the pussy?
It's not helping his case, bro.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so
he said that's what he does, and then someone brought a civil case against him. And again, it's not about how you feel, right? A jury of his peers found him unanimously liable for it. That's due process. Due process happened. He was found liable. That's all we're asking for anyone is due process. Trump got it. He was liable. World keeps on spinning.
I got you. Also, Felice, I'm not trying to not listen to what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. I'm just questioning for Pickles if that's okay.
I think I'll just talk whenever I want since you're demeaning women.
I'm not demeaning. How am I demeaning women?
You're saying that you're doubting
you are
the outcome.
Discrediting a due process that happened in a grape case, Grayson. I know you can't be this slow.
With a guy who cheated on all his wives, with a guy who is obviously like a playboy billionaire who's besties with Jeffrey Epstein. Like all of the things just don't add up. For you to dismiss this as just like a bad jury is very wild, and for you to dismiss Felice's voice in this panel is even more wild.
I'm not dismissing Felice. I heard what Felice
You did it 3 times, Grayson. We all witnessed it. This is being recorded.
Okay, Felice, then I'll ask you then. I'm sorry. Where did the assault occur at?
Again, what are you talking about? In a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room. I've read all these court files.
Right.
Again, I am not on that jury, right? A jury of his peers in New York was impaneled. They heard all the evidence and they voted unanimously to find him liable of SA. Period.
Yeah, listen.
Now, have I read every single court filing in that case? Yes, I have. But Grayson, I am not going to convince you that someone is an SAer. The point is due process was received and he was found liable. End of story. Your feelings around it, or your feelings that women are making up. 1 in 3 women in this country statistically are SA'd. 1 in 3, Grayson. Someone told me, one of my mods texted me and said, you're claiming to be a data scientist.
What's that?
I don't know. You want to be a data scientist. And I think you could understand what Pickles was saying, right? This is a man who said, that's what you do when you have money. You can grab them by the pee and they don't do anything about it. That is literally, if you read the court filings, that's what she's accusing him of. Exactly what Trump on tape talking to Billy Blanks said that he did. Unprovoked confessed to is exactly what she's saying happened to her.
Lying in your deposition doesn't help you either. Saying like, I've never met her when obviously he's met her, and then to point to a picture of her and say that's my ex-wife after saying that she's not even his type. That's another lie. I mean, it just gets worse and worse for you to defend and say that the likelihood of him being innocent is more than the likelihood of him being guilty is just silly, and you're biased.
I'm curious. Why did you ask the question that you did, Grayson? Why did you ask where it happened?
Oh, yeah, because that was like part of the. So let me be clear at this, and I'll answer your question. If Trump, if these things were committed, these are obviously just disgusting things, and I would have never voted for Trump if I believe that these things did truly occur. Most of America didn't believe it either, hence why he won the election. Now, Hector, to answer your question, the reason I asked
most Trump supporters don't even know about it, but go ahead.
Well, the reason why I asked that question was because from what I had read on it, it was that it seemed to have occurred in was it a Tiffany and Co? Was it a changing room or was it
wrong? Okay. So you didn't read on it, Grayson. That's not where it happened. Wrong place.
Do you believe that
you are incorrect? I literally told you where it happened, and then you couldn't even repeat what I said correctly. It was not at Tiffany and Co. It was in a dressing room. Do you think that there are dressing rooms at jewelry stores? Does that make any sense? Do you need to get naked and try on a diamond ring? So you're saying you read court filings, but have no idea where this occurred. And you believe that Tiffany and Co., a jewelry store, has dressing rooms. That's a very weird thing.
I'm so confused. Where did that come from? I'm sorry. Where did Tiffany and Co. come from?
It comes from Grayson's deep need to discredit women.
Everyone knows he's Goodman. Like,
not discrediting women.
You are, Grayson. What you are doing is discrediting women. 100%. That's what's happening right now. Just make no mistake about it. Everything you're doing is to discredit women.
It's not true.
So, Grayson, do you think the misinformation that you fell victim to in regards to this store that I've never heard of and has nothing to do with E. Jean Carroll's case is the exact same thing the majority of Trump supporters who you allege say don't believe she was raped? Do you think that could have been the problem as to why y'all don't believe her and voted for her?
Possibly, yes. Yeah. Wait, can I elaborate, please, sir?
Go ahead.
You can laugh. I like to elaborate on this because there's a reason why I say this.
Yeah.
Obviously, when Trump was running his campaign, there was a lot of misinformation going around, okay? One had to decipher between what is true and what is not, okay? Now, some of the things that led me to actually vote for Trump, even though I wasn't going to, was that after things like the attempted unaliving of him, okay, things like that, when all these things started happening, okay, well, see, like, you would be one to say that didn't happen, right? That was like it was a stage thing, right?
I didn't say that.
No one said that, weirdo.
At all. I'm just still looking for the scar on his ear, but go ahead.
Right. Okay. So we have this in conjunction with, it seemed like there was an attack towards him when his campaign started. Now, we had to all decipher, based on the information we had, if this was actually something that occurred or if it didn't, or if there was a political attack on him. And there was a lot of misinformation going around. Now,
so do you believe, real quick, interjecting, do you believe that it was misinformation that the two times where one was very clear and the other one was, I guess, getting close to him, the two attempted assassination attempts were Republicans?
Are you saying, do I believe that Republicans were the ones that committed the acts?
The individuals who were caught, right, or the one that was unalive, were Republicans.
Yeah, no. So obviously, I believe that one of them did donations, if I remember right, to the actual DNC organization, and the other one didn't.
Oh,
I'm
not a mod.
Did he get a flag?
Probably for saying horrific things. Like, what? And someone said it's in your profile, you're a data scientist. You should stop spreading misinformation. That's disappointing. You're talking about your random feelings and conspiracy theories you believe to be true, and somehow trying to tie that to whether or not.
Shut up, lady. Everybody knows that bitch is lying.
John's got feelings. John, I'm sorry about your custody case that's not going in your favor.
Come and say some bullshit that
I feel your insecurity, John. It's super hard. I know. Just breathe, John.
It's super hard.
Okay.
You know it's hard, baby.
Ew. Gross,
yeah.
John. That's very uncomfortable.
John,
I'm embarrassed for you right now, but I just want everyone to witness. If anyone ever wonders why I might seem to be a little bit rude to people on the internet, you should read the messages I get from insecure men like John. This is why.
This is why.
You're witnessing it right now.
You're a loser.
John,
There's 4 people up here, John.
All you do is sit
there's a 25% chance that someone up here is a loser. I promise you it's not me.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't win the popular vote for 30 years, and the first time they win by 1.7%, they're real excited. Man.
They've been waiting 30 years for that gotcha.
Anyone else have any more feelings they would like to scream at a woman that makes them feel insecure?
I'm still stuck on Tiffany and Co. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because there's so many dressing rooms in jewelry stores. People are always like, hey, I need a tennis bracelet. I need to get naked. That makes perfect sense.
I can't.
Drop them trousers. We're trying it on.
He came up with this energy of the majority of people didn't believe
sure. He said he had read the court documents, and he's like, have it at Tiffany and Co.
Those of you who don't know, Tiffany and Co. is a jewelry store. Oh, Felice mentioned that. So, yeah. So where is it? At the glass case in the front? Like, what?
All right, Tom, what do you got for us today?
I just want proof he ever met E. Jean Carroll, because we've never seen evidence that
some picture of him in the room here.
There's not. That's ridiculous.
It was entered into evidence. Even he admits in his own deposition he met her. And the fact you don't know that proves to us you can't read. Bless your heart, Tom. Carry on, though.
He said he never met her, so prove it otherwise.
Yeah, Tom. There is a picture of them together. Tom, Tom, just Google it. You have a supercomputer. You are on a supercomputer talking to us now. It's public. It's public information. You can know that too, Tom. You don't. You don't have to be this.
It's almost like you could just Google it. It's the first thing that comes up.
He doesn't know who that lady is. Prove he knew who that was.
Wait, he's meeting her right there. Is that not what's happening?
What, the top picture? Prove it.
What is a picture? What is a picture of somebody who knows who the other person else looks like? What does that look like?
Prove that he knew who she was.
Okay, now you want some sort of proof that
I want
non-existent.
Proof. Like I've met movie stars.
Under deposition, he thought that she was his wife.
You can't prove it.
Moving that goalpost.
You cannot prove he met her.
You're moving that goalpost.
Yeah, Tom. Does your back hurt, Tom? Tom, does your back hurt?
You guys believe anything?
Must be heavy to drag those goalposts on your back. Because your first story was that they had never met.
So I have it down.
Tom, you're asking us to prove what Donald Trump already proved. Does that make any sense?
But yeah, you just got to prove it.
Tom, you're asking us to prove what Donald Trump already did. He had to go out of his way to lie about it. What do I look like coming up here and saying that Donald Trump didn't say or do something
Hector,
that
you're a liar. You think Trump? There was no.
Let's do demean someone else but me.
You're a joke.
I'm sorry. What did I lie about, Tom? What did I lie about, Tom? Tom, what did I lie about? Come on, let's go.
You said he wasn't. There was no attempt on his life. There was no scar on it.
I did not say that.
That's what Grayson said.
That's insane.
No. Hector said he's looking for the scar in his ear.
I said I'm looking for the scar in his ear because it still hasn't been shown. I never said that there wasn't an attempt on his life. So that's crazy.
We're going to do the same thing that you're doing, Tom. We're going to do the same thing that you're doing, Tom. Show me the scar in his ear. Tom, show me the scar in his ear. Okay?
We've already seen it, and we've seen the medical evidence.
Tom,
it doesn't exist. You can look at thousands of pictures and see there isn't one, Tom.
No.
Why would you say you've seen it?
Tom, I'm not saying. Listen, I believe that someone took a shot at him. I believe, but there is no scar in his ear. Everyone knows that. That's what everyone laughs about, Tom. Tom, produce the picture of the scar. It doesn't exist. No one's saying he wasn't grazed by a bullet, by whatever. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to get a violation. But the scar you're claiming exists does not exist. And everyone knows that. That's fact. Tom, go to the Getty. These are documented pictures. Do you have one? We can look it up.
Tom, I'll tell you what. Tom, let's do a reset. Tom, here we go. Tom, let's do a reset. Tom, let's do a reset. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to put my brain inside of yours. I'm going to put my mind in the head of yours right now, and I'm going to use your logic, okay? Hear me out. This is what you said. You said there are medical records that clearly show that he was hurt and there would probably be a scar in his ear. Is that what you believe?
No. I said there's medical evidence that
what is the medical evidence?
Not necessarily.
Well, no one denied that.
We believe that, Tom.
No one denied that it happened.
We believe that.
There's not necessarily
Tom, we believe that.
Scar.
Tom, we are with you.
Got you.
All we're saying is there's not a scar on his ear. That's we agree. We agree.
But what does that? But why are you saying that?
Okay, got you.
There's not a scar on his ear.
The medical records show that it happened. Got you. So by your logic, the medical records show that he was pew-pewed at, which is something we never disputed. That's fine. So when the medical records showed that Joe Biden was competent, you didn't believe that based off of what you saw.
There was no medical records that showed that.
Well, there was. There were numerous visits to the White House.
Do you believe
he has had not in addition to his? Listen, I've read the White House medical records on this. In addition to his White House doctor, once a year, Joe Biden saw a neurologist. There were medical records, Tom. You just can't find them.
I didn't say otherwise. You made that argument.
You just did.
Against it. No,
you literally just said there weren't medical records. We all heard you, Tom.
I did not say
this is being recorded.
I never said that. Not one time did I say that about Joe Biden. You're a liar.
Goodness.
You talk about Trump's health records from the medical the White House medical doctor. Do you believe those? Yes or no?
He's 6'3", 180.
Do you believe? So you don't believe?
Well, here's what I know. I can tell you. I used to live in Manhattan. Here's the thing. I had to live in Manhattan for work. I saw Donald Trump in Midtown.
You're all
listen, let me tell you. I'm 5'9" &3". That's how tall I am. I saw Trump on the street, and I can tell you that Trump is 6 feet tall. So do I believe that Donald Trump is 6'3"? No, because I've seen him on the street in New York. I am 5'9" ¾ and I can tell you that he is 6 feet tall. So no, I don't believe he's 6'3" because I've seen him in person.
Your logic, Trump never met E. Jean Carroll ever because I never saw it.
That's not how logic works.
What the fuck? You just use that because you don't believe he's whatever height. You're hypocrites.
You asked me in the medical records of Trump's physical, it says he's 6'3", and I'm telling you that nobody believes that who's ever met him in person.
Because he stood side by side by people who are actually 6'3" and 4.
We have multiple records.
Who said it? Was it released? Was it a medical record released by the White House doctor? Yes or no? Because you can choose to believe them or no. Why do you believe one over the other? Because you're biased. That's why you are biased, and you do not recognize.
Tom, how tall do you believe Trump is? Answer. Just tell us, Tom. How tall do you think Trump is?
I have no idea. Never even looked. Never even cared.
Oh God.
Denying reality. Keep going, Tom.
What am I denying?
You're his
reality?
best soldier.
I don't give a shit. I've only heard you guys say anything about that, and never looked it up and cared. Don't give a shit. You guys are so obsessed with him.
That's what his doctor said, that he's 6'3".
Convenient that you don't give a shit about the evidence that would prove your logic to be flawed.
One said he's 5'10".
What
I'm 5'9" ¾ Trump is taller than 5'10". Trump is taller than 5'10". I mean, he does wear lifts in his shoes. So that's true too. I didn't see him barefooted.
In the comments who believe every fucking word you guys say, it's fucking cultish.
Cultish.
You're very cultish.
God, Freud was so right about projection. Tom, you are screaming at us what you're guilty of, and it's super weird.
Guilty of what? I haven't denied anything when I see
you literally came up here calling us liars and going after police before you came at me over something that is well documented and proven.
But
I never once said
there was no
day in my life that there was no assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump. But that's all you heard, simply because I said I never saw a scar on his ear.
Why would
Tom, this is the question. Could someone take a shot at him and there also be no scar? Could two things be true at once? That's what you have to ask yourself.
What were the two things?
Someone did try to take a shot at him, but there's no existing scar on his ear. Both things can be true at once.
But you don't need.
And you came up and started screaming that everyone's lying. When you can just look at pictures and tell there's no scar.
Because you're mentioning that there's no scar for a specific reason. You're gaslighting and you're trying to fucking make an alternate reality. Wait,
we all think that happened. We are agreeing with you, Tom, and you're very
then why
upset.
Bring up the scar?
Because two things are true. I'm trying to explain to you, Tom.
Bring up the scar?
We believe that happened, that a little Republican kid did that, and also there is no scar. Both things are true.
But why wouldn't he have a scar? Because you believe he wasn't he wasn't hit, or yes or no? Was he hit by a bullet or fragment?
I believe we don't know because we haven't had the right documents to prove it.
Well, you think
you mentioned.
Well, can I say why I believe what I'm saying? I absolutely believe that little Republican kid who didn't make the rifle team at his school took a shot at him. I believe that. And
you have no idea.
Wait, Tom, listen to me. And in addition to that, I have never missed a speech Trump has given. Ever. Every Trump rally, every single time Trump speaks, I have watched, and I take screenshots because I clip it from my shows and I zoom in. I also know there is no scar on his ear. Both
You know how
things
many
are
I've-
true. I'm not denying
So-
your reality. We are living in the same reality. I'm not trying to make you feel like something bad didn't happen to him. It did, Tom. I validate that for you. But in addition to that, there is no scar. That's all.
So am I a Democrat because I'm registered as a Democrat and I voted for Obama?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know where we're going.
But I'm just saying, you guys think this kid was a Republican because he voted, or who did he vote for? What is voting record? We don't even know. Because you donate to a group doesn't mean you're a Republican. It's not how it works.
Was he not a registered Republican?
He's only
I'm
voted
registered Democrat. Am I a
okay,
Democrat?
I'm a historical researcher, and his classmates testified in several articles that in civics class in high school, they would say, if you're a conservative, go to this side of the room. If you're a liberal, go to this side of the room.
Conservative doesn't
or
equal
Republican, same
Republican.
thing. If you're a Republican,
No,
go
it's
to
not
this
the
side of the
same
room.
thing.
Yes, it is. Okay, well, in
It's
the
not
article
the
in the
same
Atlantic,
thing.
yes, it is.
Do you really want to get nitpicky now?
It's
as
not
like
the
a
same thing.
progressive,
It
liberal, and
absolutely
left
is the
is
same
I-
thing.
I-
But okay,
I
so
vote
anyways, Tom,
Republican, but I'm a
again,
liberal.
they testify. His own classmates testified that he was a Republican. You can read the articles. You can do the research.
Yeah,
if
I've
I'm
read them all,
lying,
and they
then
don't say
produce a source, Tom, that says he wasn't.
They don't say that.
Now is your
Produce one
chance,
that
Tom.
says he is.
Tom, this
I've
is how
asked you to
debate
produce
works.
one that says
You
he
can
is.
produce a source that says,
Produce it.
Felice, you made that up. He's not a Republican.
You prove it. You
I
guys
can-
have
His own
feelings
parents.
and
Let me help
trust
you.
me, bro.
His mom was a liberal. His dad gave money to
Trust-
the conservative party, but also was like, one of those fake MAGA libertarian types. I know
Trust
a
me,
lot
bro.
about this. His dad was a Trump supporter. He was trying to make his daddy love him. My dad's a Trump supporter. I get it. We all have daddy
Trying to make
issues.
his daddy love again. That doesn't.
Well, this
Tom,
is just what everyone said
feelings.
after the
That
fact. I'm
you-
How are
talking to you
you
what
up
has
here
been said.
discrediting what
Feelings
he
and no
registered
facts.
himself as? Hold on. How
Yeah,
are you
so
up here
again, he's a
discrediting what he
registered
registered
Republican.
I'm
himself as?
registered
Go on.
Democrat.
September
this guy's only voted
2021.
once.
Tom, this is sad. This is a weird thing you're doing.
What's sad is that you guys, your generalizations and accusations based on feelings.
I mean, the fact
An
that he
assumption.
registered himself as a Republican and all his classmates said
It
he was a
doesn't make you
Republican.
Republican.
Yeah, I guess
Am I a
that
Republican or
doesn't. That's a
Democrat?
really weird thing to say.
Yeah, he's
Am I
definitely
a
a
Republican
Democrat.
or Democrat?
He
I-
registered
I-
himself
I'm registered
Republican. All his
Democrat.
neighbors said he was a
The kid was
Republican.
19.
But Tom said he knows what was inside that child's mind. But
kid
can
was
I also
19.
tell you something else, Tom? Because
No, you assume what was in his mind.
Well, let me tell you what
What
the
the
FBI
hell?
said, because maybe this will validate you in a way. I'm not trying to disagree. I'm just telling you facts. The FBI said that it wasn't like he was just after Trump. Do you understand that? That he was searching also for like where Biden was giving speeches. It was either one. It just happened that the proximity to where he was, that was the most convenient. Like he wasn't looking to like off Trump specifically. He wanted to just go out in a blaze of glory. He
Wait,
was
you don't know
searching
that.
for yes. Yes,
no, you
this
don't know
this
that.
is the
You're-
testimony of Christopher Wray in a congressional
he had
hearing.
plans for both.
But you
He had
don't
plans
know
for
that.
both. You have no idea,
no.
Tom. Tom, you
Unless
are
he
so
said it.
uninformed. I'm sorry
Unless
your
he
feelings
said
aren't
it.
really being validated in this. I'm trying to help
No.
you. It could have been
There's
either
no-
one.
you
It could have
guys
been
couldn't
either
help
one.
me with shit.
It looks like Trump was geographically desirable. I'm sorry it happened
Prove
that
that.
way. That's what
Prove it.
happened.
That's an assumption based on
Well, you
what
can
they
watch
believe.
Christopher Wray under oath testifying to Congress. That would be my
That's an
advice.
assumption based on what.
No,
they
that's
believe.
under oath, the director of the FBI testifying. But
the way,
go off.
who was also
That still
hired by
doesn't
Trump?
change what I said. It's based on what they believe, not
Tom,
what they know.
Your
for
standard
fact.
of evidence is probably the most inconsistent thing we could point to right
It's
now.
not. It's very
yes, it is.
consistent.
Yes,
I
it
just
is.
want evidence.
Let me guess.
I just want evidence.
Do you think
Tom's
Biden-
got big feels.
If Trump said he met E. Jean Carroll, I would believe it. Otherwise, it's a lie. I don't believe
Oh,
it.
the only real
There's no
evidence is
reason
if
to
Trump
believe a
says something.
Democrat friend.
Even though
Lord.
everything Trump says is disprovably false, Let me give you some advice, Tom. Watch
Then
what
it is
Trump
false.
does.
If
Don't
it's
listen
false,
to a
it's
word
false.
he
But
says.
when
He's
it's not false
provably a
and you
pathological
feel-
liar. And
when
you
you
are now saying,
feel-
I'm in so much cognitive dissonance that the only information I'm willing to receive is from a known pathological liar. How sad is your life, Tom?
How sad is your life? Because I didn't say anything like that.
You literally
said
said,
if he-
I will
if he
not
said he met her-
You
believe.
said those words, Tom.
You
It's all
said,
heard you.
I will
met her.
not believe that he met E. Jean Carroll unless he said that
correct.
he met E. Jean Carroll. So
Correct.
that
Unless
is
you have other
implying that
evidence.
Showed
You
you
have
photographic
words over
evidence that he met E. Jean Carroll, and your
Yeah.
words were, until Trump tells me himself,
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Let me
Correct.
guess. Tom,
Correct.
are you
Who
getting that
else are you gonna
$1.98
believe?
gas because
Oh,
Trump
Tom,
said it?
that's cognitive dissonance.
Did
Who
Trump
else are you
speak
going
it
to
to
believe?
existence
No,
at your
that's not
pump?
what that is. Who are you going to believe? Let me
hey,
ask you this, Felice. Why would I believe otherwise?
Tom, because you're not pumping
just because-
$1.98 gas right now.
Trust
That's
me,
why.
bro.
Because the gas is not $1.98 today. Because
This is real,
Gas-
people. I
gas-
just want everyone to
gas
know
is
this is dead.
$1.98
This is not a joke.
country.
We're not in satire. Tom's serious, and Tom thinks he's in a
few
debate.
places in the United States that gas is that.
Tom,
cheap.
you're
Okay.
making a case for a 5150 for yourself. Like I don't ask me questions. I can't help you.
The national average is 312.
I'm not asking you to help me again. You're projecting, but
The national
what
average
I'm
is 312.
saying is that
You don't understand
You
what
want
projection
to
is,
know-
and you should not say those words because you're
If-
misusing them.
if Trump proved, I want proof. I want evidence that he met her. Period. That's it.
Showed you a picture of
convenient.
him meeting
How
her.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about in that location. I know maybe
Okay, there you go.
She took a
Are
picture
we
with
done?
him.
Are you done? They met.
There's another
No,
one with
that's
Trump and a
not
mic.
what I'm asking for. You know what I mean? I'm talking about in that
No, we
location.
don't.
Like he knew who she was.
Okay, so based on that photograph, are you willing to admit that Trump has met E. Jean Carroll?
he's met her then. Yeah, that from the image he met her, but does he know who she was? Prove he'd met who.
All right, Karen, thank you for the 40 to kick him. Heavens to Betsy. Jaded, thank you for the subscription. Taylor Grace, thank you for the subscription. I love you guys so much.
Be well. Be well, my friend. No shade, but
Tom,
what's happening there?
we got to work on choosing your battles. We got to work on logic. Got to work on logic for you guys.
Don't unalive on that hill for that man. He is robbing you. He doesn't care about you, Tom.
There's another one.
Trump meeting E. Jean Carroll. What a weird thing.
Oof. All right, chat. If you're a Trump supporter, hop in the box. If you are friendly, get out of my box. Go on and get. Also, I want to give another shout out to my fucking super cool merch today. I have a new hat and I have new branding. So if you want a Pickles hat, hop on over to my hop on over to my shop in my link in my bio and you can get a hat. We got Beta Boy hats.
The guy that came up and tried to dehumanize me is still in the chat talking to me. Felice thinks she's smart. No, it's not that I think I'm smart. I just want to be very clear since you're still trying to demean me and dehumanize me as a woman. I want to be very clear. Every position I take is data driven and fact based. That's how I can show up on the internet and be so confident because I do research. And then when the data and the facts tell me different things, I just change my positions.
Anna Chavez, are you there?
You can do it too.
I'm a friendly. It was an accident.
Oh, okay. It's okay. All right. All right. We're going to go to Dirty Pancakes.
And I am smart. My brain works real good.
Yeah. If you guys want to learn.
What's the point, MAGA? The facts aren't on your side. The data doesn't tell the right story for you. That's why you have to make up all these weird lies and be so emotional because the data is not on your side. And that's why I told that guy, the one person who was making any sense, Brad, was just say, if you just follow the data, you just have to move left.
Yellow?
It moves you left.
Not.
Okay,
What's
here
up,
we
peanut
go.
butter? Peanut bear?
What's going on?
Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
What do I like about him? He's funny. He's a funny guy.
I guess. What is there anything like relevant to politics you like about him?
Oh, when it comes to politics, I like what he did with immigration.
What did he do with immigration?
He's deporting the illegals.
Did you know that Biden deported 20,000 more per month than Trump did?
Well, maybe because there's way more coming through with Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe.
So it wasn't an open border?
It was an open border. That's why there was so many coming in.
But they were getting deported.
No, you were
which one
so
is it?
close. Oh, you were almost there. You were right for a second. You were so close.
Which one is it?
Which one is what?
Was the border wide open and they just came right through, or were they getting kicked out?
They're doing both. And that's the problem. Shouldn't be open borders. Should be closed borders.
So it was good or bad that Biden deported people?
I mean, he had to. Look at how many people are coming in illegally. I mean, he had to do
How
something
many of them were
about
coming
it.
in illegally?
I mean, on his last day of office, I think 11,000 illegal immigrants came through. I mean, that's a fucking lot, man.
I think what you're doing is you're talking about apprehensions at the border. So those are people that tried to come through and were stopped.
Well, they somehow came through, so I don't know how that worked.
How do you know they came all the way through?
It said. I don't live
Who
at the
said
fucking
that?
border. Huh?
So we have the numbers that
Dude,
Biden
we live
expelled
in border
people.
states.
Biden expelled people that at a higher rate than Trump did at the border. So Biden expelled people at 50% rate. Trump expelled people at 47%. So it was not an open border. He was more strict than Trump.
No, there was way more fucking people coming through.
Yeah, I know, but volume doesn't affect the rate, right?
It definitely does, 100%.
Make that make sense. How does
Oh,
more
it
people mean you have a
doesn't.
lower acceptance?
The
rate?
more
math, you
people
divide.
coming through,
Okay.
the more people you're going to end up deporting. I mean, that's just how I view things. And like now we have
not
Donald
the
Trump.
rate at which
Nobody
you
even
deport.
wants to go to the border and cross illegally. You know why? Because
Nobody-
they're scared.
Nobody
And
wants to
thank
even
God
come
they're
tour here.
scared.
Yeah, nobody even wants to come tour here.
MAGA can't do math. We
I
can't
just
down by
think we got the
11%.
World Cup. We got the World Cup. We got the Olympics.
We'll see if we
Why
keep
would they
that.
not want to come here?
We'll see if we keep that.
What? What are you on about, dude?
We literally have
when
multiple
people
watchdog-
cross in, when people come through our right now, like from international customs, their devices are being searched. We're saying the World Cup might not happen here because people will not come here because of what is
Dude, they
happening.
just had like a press conference.
Listen, MAGA, I just recently realized the percentage of you that have passports. I understand you've probably never left the country, but if you've never re-entered this country, what's happening to people, our tourism is down. We're projected to lose billions of dollars in lost tourism because people don't want
We
to
have the World
enter this
Cup.
country.
And we have the Olympics.
Yeah, but we're not disputing that. That's not what we're now talking about.
Literally,
I'm saying
people
that
vacationing.
people are scared to come here. We are on multiple countries' watch list and advisory, like warning for travel advisories. So that's what Trump is doing.
We're
He's
Russia.
making this a country that people don't want to come to.
No, people
People
that
have been
chat-
detained on vacation, my guy. They came on a vacation. They were detained by ICE. We have several instances of this. Also, real quick before I change this picture,
World without food and
will
water.
look at this
Germans.
picture and look you dead in your
French
eye and
people.
say, "I never met Diddy." That's my only point I wanted to make. All right, go ahead.
I don't like French people, anyways.
Oh my God.
French people are amazing. I
No,
love
they're not.
French people. They're like New Yorkers. Like if you want someone just tell you why they don't like you. I love the French.
I've been to
just
France.
give it to me
France
straight,
twice.
French people.
And I'll say one thing: they do not like Americans. I'll tell you what.
I mean, I wouldn't
Wonder
like us either
why,
right now.
Mr. Peanut.
Well, it was like in 2015.
All right. So would you concede that like multiple watchdog organizations have said that America is on the watch list for civil rights violations? Like we're turning slowly into a dictatorship. Trump is buddying up, bumping elbows with Bukele and other dictators, Viktor Orban, and he's using their playbook to.
He's building foreign relations. That's a bad thing now.
With who?
With who?
Doesn't
Only
matter with
dictators?
who.
People accused of torture in
It
the
really
International
doesn't.
Criminal Court.
Like we're not friends with any of the good guys anymore, just the bad guys.
Why? Who are we not friends with? That's a good guy.
All of the West in Europe has basically rallied against us and has said that they're going to stop buying.
We're not friends with France anymore. We're not friends. Actually, we just had a fucking meeting with the Prime Minister of Canada. He seemed pretty chill. I mean, what are we on about?
Said that if Trump doesn't stop, he's going to dump all our bonds and send us into a recession.
He's Trump
not
by the
chill.
balls.
He's just smart.
Yeah.
Okay, good for him. I mean, just like how Canada is doing with us, which we're so-called the enemy, we're doing with Russia and North Korea and China. I mean,
we have
we're
not
keeping
heard-
our enemies close, right? I mean, that's just how it is. I don't see that to be a bad thing.
No,
He's not
He's
trying
not
to keep China
spoken to
close.
China.
It's not that anymore. He's not close to China. We can very clearly see who he labels as an actual enemy, and he's doing these things to China. But when it comes to Russia, he's never said one bad thing about Putin or Russia or their actions. And he's made
Why
it to where
would
all
he?
of the,
They're in the middle of a war that he's trying to start or trying to stop.
What a tough guy. What a tough guy.
What?
What a tough guy. We all of the world leaders, or everybody leading up to Trump, like a United States president, has called out Putin on the world stage and denounced his actions. And Trump, who has gotten zero concessions from Russia, by the way,
are
who has
those
gotten
countries,
zero concessions from Putin, by the way, and is letting Putin do whatever the fuck he wants. Do you still think this is the greatest stance in the world? Putin is lining up on the border of Lithuania right now, looking at invading them, and the whole rest of the West is rallying together saying, how do we deal with America and Russia now? We're going to stop buying defensive stuff and military stuff from America because they're the bad guys now. That's who's not our friend anymore.
So are all those European countries doing anything about the peace treaty, or are we in the middle of it? Because since we're in the middle of it, I don't see why we should be talking shit about a country that we're trying to make peace with. Does that make any sense?
We should say, hey, Russia, you better stop or else we're going to fund Ukraine.
That's what we're doing, though.
No, we're not.
That's exactly what we're doing. I mean, like Donald Trump was talking about it at the World Cup conference. I mean, Russia should stop. They're not even allowed in the fucking World Cup because of the war. I mean, they're literally telling them to stop.
Yet
they're not
everybody
going
on
to
your
say
side
all
comes
these
up
bad
here.
things about Russia to the point where they're not going to stop invading.
No, nobody.
I don't think that's smart at all.
All of your people that come up to debate me, 9 out of 10 of them are pro-Russia now. They think Putin's a good guy. He's the best guy in the world to buddy up with.
Hey,
and make an
good
alliance
for
with.
them. I mean, who's my people? What the fuck does that even mean?
The people you stand next to in a rally for Trump.
I don't do rallies. I mean, that's like for old people. I don't do that shit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
That's weird.
I'm an ageist.
Are you a Trump supporter or not?
I voted for Trump. Yeah, sure. I mean, if that's
Thank you.
what that
Okay,
means.
thank you. So all those people are your people.
I mean, I don't rally, but okay.
So you're a Trump supporter, and it doesn't
That's kinda
matter
your
how
guys'
you feel
thing right
about
now.
other Trump. You're saying certain Trump supporters you don't claim. That's weird.
No, I just don't claim Trump supporters as my people because they voted for the same guy as me. That's kind of weird.
Do you think if we wanted to look tough to Russia, we would not be mean to Ukraine, the people they're invading, and like not picking at their resources while they're being invaded? You think that would be a good idea? Not making fun of the way they dress in the White House, making a spectacle out of it, calling
Well,
a
I mean,
man,
that
stepping on
was-
his head while he's drowning.
The White House thing was one statement by some dude, and I mean, he's not wearing.
You mean
suits.
Pence?
It wasn't Pence. It was some other guy.
Have you said thank you even once? What Vance said?
Has Vance said thank you?
Vance said, have you said thank you even once this whole time?
Oh, well, yeah, that's after the fact that that fucking dude interrupted him while he was making an answer to that interview or that question somebody asked him.
The guy's country's being invaded, and it would have never happened if we didn't make them give up their nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
so
that
we owe
guy's
them all the
country's being
defense.
invaded. That guy's country's being invaded, and he went into the Oval Office with fucking guns up. I mean, did you not see that shit?
You
I
mean
mean, that's why JD Vance.
That did
acted
not
like
happen.
that.
Whatever
Dude,
you're
what?
describing didn't happen.
Well, obviously, you guys didn't see what happened. JD Vance was answering a question. Guy
I absolutely
literally
watched
interrupted
what
him,
happened.
saying, "No, you're wrong. This and this, and the United States is not doing enough. This and this." Honestly, if I went to
There's no
someone's
way you
house,
watched.
He-
No,
yeah, you
there's
didn't
no
watch
way
it.
you
He
watched
never
it.
interrupted
I would
anyone.
not- I
He
would
never.
not have went in there with
Zelensky
guns
never
up. That's all I'm
interrupted
saying,
anyone.
dude. That's kind of
He
fucked up,
never
man.
interrupted anyone. So
He
either
did.
you
Yes,
haven't
he did.
watched it and you just
Yes, he
heard.
did. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He interrupted JD Vance, and then
Okay, then
he
can you just
literally-
provide the clip?
He literally insulted the United States of America for not doing enough.
He never
for
did. He
Ukraine.
actually thanked the people of America.
No, he didn't.
I need you.
to
No, I need you to provide this insult.
This is
please.
crazy. You're lying.
What is this insult
just-
heard around the world?
What are you
is that?
talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
Okay, where's the clip?
Also, in regards to Russia and Trump, to be abundantly clear, only because recently Republicans have been on his ass about how the fact he's been entertaining Putin in Russia and getting nothing done to get an actual ceasefire. It was the 26th of April where he tweeted or said in an interview, he's just tapping me
What the
along.
hell did Joe Biden do?
No,
he rallied
not
50
finished.
countries behind Ukraine and
Okay,
fucked
and where
Russia
did the war
into
go?
the
They
ground.
actually went further into Ukraine.
Hey,
Yeah.
your president, my guy, said that Putin
Our
was just
president.
tapping him along.
47th. Yeah, our president. I don't know what you're talking about. My president.
Your president. You reside in the United States, right?
Yep, our
Okay.
president. There you go. I didn't
So
know we
Trump
had
is
two
getting played
presidents.
and openly admitting to it in social media.
Who's getting played?
Trump.
On what? Poker?
Jesus fuck.
Like played in what? What are you talking about, man?
So you have not
Wow.
made a salient point. Do you have a point? What is the point other than your feelings, like that Trump's
Dude,
like a man?
the
Here's what
emotional
I know
part
about
is
Trump.
that,
Trump
dude.
said that men should not wear makeup, but every day paints himself with really bad makeup. I'm very
Well, I mean,
like,
he
what
goes
is
on
the
TV.
point? What is the point?
He goes on TV.
What is the point?
The point with what point? I mean, you guys made a.
What is
bunch of
your
shit
point?
points.
That's what I'm asking you. Other than your feelings about Trump being a man,
Dude, the
what is your
feelings
point?
is on the far left. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No, what, like right now, this conversation, I'm asking you, like, what is the claim you're making in this debate? I
haven't
just
even
don't
made a
know what it
claim
is.
yet.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So let's just make one so we can have a
On
conversation
what, why
rather than
vote
just
for
kind of like
Trump or why
going back
Trump
and
is
forth.
doing good. Well, like, what am I making a claim about here?
Because that's how debate works. You know, like, why did you vote for Trump? And then you answer, and then we talk about it.
I didn't really get to that point. I voted for Trump because, as a lot of fellow young males out there, which he won that vote by 14, 15 points, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just didn't really like the far left rhetoric, nor I did not like the economy during Joe Biden's presidency. So I voted for a change in that department. And yeah, that's why I voted for D-Dog.
What didn't you like about the economy?
Everything was like up. Like I couldn't even buy some fucking eggs. By the way, I was bulking that
Eggs
time,
are more
so-
expensive now. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, it
and
doesn't really
we know
matter.
now through investigation.
I'm telling you
that
why
it's,
I voted
it's
for
because
Donald
of price
Trump.
fixing.
Yeah,
I'm telling you why I voted for Donald Trump. I can't like read the future when I vote.
Okay, here's
for
the thing.
record.
Here's the thing. Usually, when people have a grievance about things like the economy, people on the left, what we do is we go to the Googles and we say, "Hey, why are eggs expensive?" And we see that there was like an avian flu outbreak, and we had to do a bunch of culling, and a bunch of chickens had to be unalive because we don't like
my
those things
God.
spreading to our food and to other chickens. That's why we don't go. Dang, it must be Biden's
I
fault,
have
which
better
is
things
fucking
to do in
weird.
my time, dude.
That's kind of weird.
No, I just have better things to do in my time than research about some chicken flu.
I know, but so
Well,
you're
I can tell you,
intellectually lazy,
it was
is what
not
you're
Joe
saying.
Biden's fault. What you're blaming on Joe Biden has nothing to do with Joe Biden.
Well, I think he could have done something about it. I mean, he's
Well,
the
can I give
president
you
of the
can I give
United
you an
States.
example? He did. There was a
so
period
they
of
were
time.
still
Well, can
up
I
and
explain to
still
you how?
did something
Do you
about
want
it.
to know facts or do you want to interrupt? Let me just. You made this claim, right? And Pickles is correct. That's because of avian flu. We had to mass unalive a bunch of birds. But what Joe Biden did do was create a plan for the future. So when Trump first started, the price of eggs had plunged. Do you know why that is? Because Joe Biden, in foresight, and I'm not saying Joe Biden's a genius. I'm saying Joe Biden had smart people that he listened to. So he bought in mass from Turkey hundreds of thousands and millions of eggs. And that's what was keeping the price low.
Well, why are we not doing it here, man? That's what Donald Trump is trying to do.
Because Donald Trump is incapable of listening to people and doing the right thing.
You're being silly, dude. Trump is going around to all the nations that he just recently bullied with tariffs, by the way. And he went to Denmark and he said, hey, can you guys send us more eggs? Right after he finished telling them he's going to take Greenland from them.
Yeah, we need Greenland.
What a good business guy. What a smart play, man.
Yes, he's trying to get 0-0 for a free market. You know, he's trying to get manufacturing back to the United States.
This is unrelated. I'm illustrating to you how bad of an idea.
Coherent thing.
Just how bad. Like Trump cannot see past his nose. He goes to the people. He goes to Denmark and asks for a favor after he's threatening to take their land. That's pretty fucking stupid, right?
Yeah, man. Those Vikings have done some pretty bad stuff back in the day, man. We need to get their land for military reasons.
Listen, I know
one of them.
I know you can meme about this.
They're not sending their best, Pickles. This is what we've learned. They're not sending their best.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you guys are against American manufacturing and free trade.
You're muttering incoherently. You're wrong about. Do you want to talk about manufacturing? Would you like to learn something?
But I just don't understand why you're against it.
No one said they were. You're putting words. Do you want to talk about American manufacturing and how it was offshore?
Why are you guys fighting against it, though?
I can make a mathematical argument. I can explain to you whose fault that was and why manufacturing mathematically can't come back here.
The only people that have tried to fix this problem with pragmatic solutions is Biden and the Democrats. We're the only ones who make jobs. God. We're the only ones who brought manufacturing back. We're the only ones doing it without
Pocahontas.
No, this includes the Chips and Science Act and the Inflation Reduction Act.
That's right.
Just making sure.
It's uncomfortable.
What are you alluding to with Pocahontas? Who are you talking about?
Not exactly what I'm talking about.
Are you alluding to like a racist joke?
Well, she's not Native American. That's why I'm calling her Pocahontas. She got into Harvard
Elizabeth Warren
because she lied about being Native American. You guys think that's okay? Seriously?
She did. What do you mean? Said who? What? Her DNA test? Let me give you an example, because I want to give this example because I've been meaning to. Like, I never say I'm black because I don't phenotypically. I have so much white privilege. Is my dad a black, indigenous, Spanish-speaking man? Yeah, my dad's black. He's also indigenous, Mexican, speaks Spanish. But now hold on. In my DNA test, am I 33% sub-Saharan African? Sure. Phenotypically, are you ever going to hear me saying, "Oh, I'm black"? Like, no, because I sit in phenotypical privilege. Do you understand the difference?
Do you see that the report actually came back that she has strong evidence that she has Native American ancestry? So where do you fucking going off about, bro?
She is Native American. In her DNA, she was not lying. Now, should white women who are appearing phenotypically white claim, no, but
Donald Trump is
those are
black.
two separate conversations.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're literally saying that so you could get into a school. I mean, she has no presenting of
No, she was like 60 when she said it.
What? She was 60 when she went to college?
You haven't made a point. Do you want to learn about why manufacturing was offshored and why you have no idea? Which subject would you like to learn something about?
I would like to learn about why you would vote for a president who fell off his bike. That's what I would like to learn about. Generally speaking,
these are trivial things.
We can't have. Where is Brad? Brad, if you're still listening, come back. There's one person we talked to who could
Brad, if you're back.
Okay, Mr. Peanut, if your standard for a president is being able to ride a bike, it's not going to be Trump, because Trump definitely cannot ride a bike. Do you think Trump can ride a bike? Because he would squish all of the poop in his diaper straight up his ass.
Well, I think he can definitely ride a bike, especially not fall off a bike. I'll tell you what.
I highly doubt it.
How do you know? We don't know.
He's much more out of shape than Biden.
I mean, he can drive. I mean, he drives a golf car all day long. I do not think Joe Biden can drive anymore. I think his privileges
Joe Biden drives all the time. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
The
This
senior
actually
home
came up. Can I
has
say
a
something?
special
Because
ticket for him.
this is how much
I'll
I
tell
don't
you
know.
what.
This is how I know you don't know what you're talking about. There are hundreds of clips of Joe Biden driving. And that's what, you know how, why
Show
people
me
were
one.
mocking Trump?
Show me one right now.
Look him up.
Recent
Google
in
right
this
now.
year-
Joe Biden
this
driving. Joe
year-
Biden is
this
actually a
year,
car
him
aficionado
driving a
and
car.
owns a
I
bunch
would
of
love to
cars.
see him
Let
drive
me
a car.
finish, Mr. Can someone mute
Oh
Mr.
my
Peanut?
God.
Oh, here's Joe Biden driving
Yeah,
cars.
somebody
He's a
get him
car
out of the
aficionado and he
car,
loves them.
please.
You know why people mock Donald Trump? Trump doesn't have a driver's license. He cannot drive and
Yeah,
bought a
because he pays
Tesla
people.
and did
He
a
pays
car
people. He's
commercial
rich.
for the White House. There are videos over and over during Joe Biden's presidency of him driving. Trump actually cannot drive. You are carrying water for a man and have zero idea that of which you are speaking about.
I don't even know if he has a
It
driver's
is
license.
literally painful because listen, I'm not actually, I don't mind that Trump doesn't have a driver's license. I just want to be clear. You just don't know anything about him.
Oh, no, I think he does.
And you came up on
Every
this
minute
panel.
of every day, you embarrass you don't know. You're up here just rambling about things.
And you're making arguments about how Donald Trump can ride a bicycle. Even after the debacle with Biden, he swore that he would not. He said, I'll never be riding a bicycle. So you're up here making arguments that he could.
What, 'cause
He himself
he
is
doesn't
like,
need to
nah,
ride a bicycle.
that's not
I'm
my.
just saying that he doesn't have to
Don't
fall
try
off
to
a
change it
bicycle.
to need now, because your entire argument was, oh, he could.
He could ride a
Your
bicycle,
president
like
said,
Joe
I
Biden.
would never. So don't make that argument. Let's
I think
all
these
just
are-
agree that old people
Hey, buddy,
probably
Donald
shouldn't be
Trump's
riding
rules,
bikes
right?
because of
These
the
are-
injuries that they could incur.
These are fifth grade lunch table politics conversations. This is dumb. Nobody cares about how you can ride a bike if you're the president of the United States. We want to know if you can actually make decisions when faced with hard problems.
Yeah, and Joe Biden could not do that whatsoever.
Yes, he could.
I'll tell you that.
We want to know if you
Jesus.
can make a hard decision instead of go to Twitter and tweet 40 times in
Dude,
one
did
night
you not
when
see
someone
the
hurts your
debate
feelings.
between Donald Trump and Joe Biden? Oh my God!
Yeah, and you know one of the
Kamala
worst
Harris
parts of
jumped
that
into the
debate?
race, dude.
When Joe Biden and Donald Trump spent a couple minutes going back and forth on who has the hardest swing in golf. The shit was stupid. Let's talk about actual policy.
Dude, and you know who started that conversation? Sleepy Joe himself. Look at that. Yeah,
Can I just say,
you're setting yourself
okay,
up with that
Mr.
debate.
Peanut,
Let's
I'm
not
just
talk
going to
about
have to
that
ask
shit.
you to pick a topic. Do you want to, what is the real debate you want to have? Something about something real, not your feelings, not, oh, I don't feel like Joe Biden's a man. Something
shit.
real.
This is real life.
Okay, so do you want to talk about offshoring manufacturing? Do you want to talk about that?
Well, let's talk about that boring topic. Let's do that.
Okay, so make a claim. Go ahead. What do you know about it?
I know that Donald Trump is trying to get, manufacturing back here, and I think it's great. And you guys are fighting.
How's he going to
against
do that?
He's trying to make tariffs on countries, so they lower their tariffs on us, and we lower it on them, and then we get zero trade, and then we bring it back here.
Them removing tariffs on us
wrong.
does not make manufacturing here.
Yeah,
See,
and just so you
I'm
know,
not
the
into the
tariffs
whole nerdy
make
politics,
it cost
please.
prohibitive for
Can we talk about,
manufacturing
like,
to come back.
transports or something?
Let me give you an example. Let's say in Trump's first term, where it was just targeted tariffs, and you can do your own research on this, but I know I'm right. The only thing protectionism does, and that's not blanket tariffs that are a complete disaster. What Trump's done is worse than what Smoot and Hawley did that brought in the Great Depression. Trump's an idiot now. But when he just had targeted tariffs and was like, oh, tariffs on steel or tariffs on this, tariffs on that, and said that was going to help bring back manufacturing. Do you know what happened in manufacturing in this country? A net loss of jobs. Tariffs do not bring back jobs. What tariffs do, it makes materials more expensive.
Yep.
It makes the cost of labor more expensive.
Yep, and that's
it
why
is
it brings
cost
back jobs.
prohibitive. Do you understand what? Let me help you. Do you understand what globalization is? What globalism is?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, globalism at the onset of neoliberalism, which was when corporate monopolies were created, right? The offshoring of manufacturing in the US, that was conservatives. Do you know why they did it? Because they didn't want to pay the cost of labor here. Period. Labor costs a lot here. And people started saying, hey, I don't want to work in factories where I'm losing a hand and I can't take bathroom breaks. I want labor rights. I want a living wage. And that drove up the cost of labor. And instead of just saying, hey, it's going to cost more to make things here, and that's the right thing to do, corporations said, let's form trade triads. Let's steal minerals out from under third world indigenous people. Then let's mail them to places where slave labor is still legal, and America will be the market, right? They will consume. That was conservatives. You all offshored labor. And in order to bring labor back, we would all have to be slaves again. Or it would have to be.
I don't know if slaves is the right word.
Well, then you can't do math. I mean, capitalism is built on the cheapest labor.
I feel like that's a very sensitive topic.
The reason manufacturing was offshored is because capitalism requires cheap and or ideally slave labor. The fact like you don't even understand how the economy works is concerning.
I feel like you're going to get paid at, a certain percentage. I don't think you're going to become a slave.
Okay, you're not speaking coherently. I don't know how to respond to that statement. You don't understand that of which you speak. Capitalism is always dependent on the cheapest and ideally slave labor. That is why that's why manufacturing was offshored.
So you're
it's
saying
very expensive. Here, let me try again and tell you how stupid tariffs are.
Slaves.
Hey, let me help you. You know how Donald Trump keeps saying that we're being ripped off by other countries?
Oh yeah,
do you understand?
Dude, we're being ripped off, man.
No, that's actually a very ignorant statement that tells me you don't understand economics. That's why
there's people putting tariffs on us.
Listen, Mr. Peanut, every economist understands that that's a lie. Let me explain to you.
Name me three
when we decided,
right
Mr. Peanut, this is your opportunity to learn something. We've been listening to you ramble incoherently for 20 minutes. Now you're going to learn.
Right now,
hey, can someone just make him be quiet for a second?
No, you can't name me three.
I don't even know what you said. Anyways, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you.
Name me three economists.
Here's why we have trade deficits. Here's why, and I hate this analogy, but people are like, I have a trade deficit with my grocery store.
Okay,
but it's actually accurate. Hey, listen, we have trade triads. This is where we consume.
Name me three economists right now because they're so important.
Here you go. Here's a list of 16 of them. They're all Nobel laureate prize.
Mr. Peanut Butter is the most embarrassing person we've ever spoken to.
They
literally
all say that Trump.
This is all being recorded. This is all being recorded forever.
They're all saying.
And anyways, let me just continue. So the reason that we have fewer exports is because our currency is the gold standard. So let's say compared to the Argentino peso, the exchange rate is 1,000 Argentinian pesos or something to the American dollar. So if we wanted to lower our trade deficit and export more, do you know what other countries do? They devalue their currency because the American dollar is the gold standard.
Like India?
And it's so expensive. Labor costs here. Products cost a lot here. The cost of everything is high, and other countries cannot afford our exports. So if we ever did want to export more, we would literally have to devalue the American dollar, which would create problems that you cannot even imagine. You have no understanding of the world economy. You believe everything Donald Trump says. You have no idea what you are talking about. Take a basic macroeconomics class.
I'd rather not, but name me three economists, and then we can move on from this conversation.
I know that you would rather not. Thinking seems to be beyond
because you think they're so important, so you should know.
Oh, are you pivoting? Are you pivoting off the topic when you were finally about to receive some information? I'm shocked. Mr. Peanut Butter's pivoting again.
Shit, right? Which I agree with you.
He's back to rambling.
Agree with him, right? They probably definitely agreed with Kamala Harris.
I have no understanding of the global economy.
I'm just saying, if they are so, important, you should know these people. You should know their ideas.
You rambling incoherently again?
Yeah, I think us on this side of the aisle have quite a few things to memorize on a daily basis. Forgive us if we can't cite select names on the spot. Neither can you, so I don't see the purpose.
Jeffrey Sachs,
I absolutely
Scott Bessent,
because I could give less of a shit.
Jerome Powell.
Yeah, I know you prefer talking about trans people in sports. You prefer talking about dogs and cats getting eaten. You prefer talking about this silly stuff Trump has convinced you is a problem, and it's not.
It is a huge problem.
Name 3 economists, and also still, you are being robbed, and Trump is mismanaging the U.S. economy, and you are just rambling incoherently.
No, it's just a boring topic that I just seem to find interesting.
Yeah, our financial futures is super boring. I would be like that too if I had no idea what I was talking about.
The 10 people, the 10 trans people in women's sports.
Yes, let's talk about the 10 people. Yes.
So you see how it's irrelevant? How nobody's being affected by this? All right, somebody paid to kick him. I just had a huge
nobody
lag.
can hear us. The live is paused. Just so we know, because on Twitch and we are the only people that could hear each other. That's why I started getting really mean, because no one can hear this.
Sorry, guys.
Now they can hear us. Yeah, it got really ugly while you guys weren't here, and then Mr. Peanut Butter had to go away.
Oof. Yeah, I was paid to kick Mr. Peanuts. W's in the chat by Megan. Meagen. Megan, thank you so much.
What happened? Mr. Peanut Butter didn't know anything about the economy, so he got super anti-trans. Then he did what all conservatives did and started pretending he cared about women and he wanted to protect them, even though statistical analysis show all conservative legislation harms women. So he's actually wrong about that too. And so then he said he was the savior of women, and that's why he was a bigot against trans people. And then you guys could hear again. It got really weird though.
Yikes.
Dude, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much, guys. We just lost so many people because we had a small moment of internet problems.
And I have a super chat. Filipina Zena says, "Hey Felice, please tell Mega that just because the World Cup and Olympics is held here doesn't mean other countries have to compete and tourists don't have to come." Exactly. Thank you.
Redeb says, "Let me in. I'm only taking opposition right now. If you are opposition and you want to debate, tell me why you like Trump. Hop on in." I am so sorry, guys. We are back now. It looks like my internet is doing better now. We're gonna go to the next person. We're on 5 hours. We're 5 hours in on these debates. Whew. Good Lord. Yellow. Thunderbird.
Oh shoot, I forgot to read that tweet. It's fine. Trump is regretting Russia. Enough said. April 26, 2025. Truth Social.
Yeah, we just lost 1,000 views. Damn. Hello?
Bernie's like, Vladimir, stop.
Sadie, stop. This isn't you.
Stop. Why are you doing this?
This isn't you.
I've done everything you asked. Just please.
Hey, y'all, we can totally get up to 700K.
Yeah, we should be at 1 million likes. Can we all tap the screen and everyone share the live with 5 people? I wish everyone could have been here for what happened, what you guys couldn't hear. God.
I was tired of hearing his voice.
God, he was just, can you imagine? I mean, whining, not one fact. Feelings. And that's the thing about the patriarchy. Oh, you can't talk about devaluing currency. So excuse me, let me punch down on trans people really quick. Like, why is that always the thing? Yeah, I can't coherently speak about the economy. I just need to punch down on trans people.
Hello, Olivia? Are you there? I think she went up.
I just realized your bio said liberal demon rat.
Know that? Does it say that now?
It's been that way for a while.
Wild.
Hello? Redeb, you have 0 followers and 1 following. You might need a few more. Or you might need to age your account a little bit in order to join a live. Hello?
Sorry for freezing, but just know the long and short is Mr. Peanut Butter was humiliated, got desperate, started punching down on the trans community. Then we humiliated him some more, and then someone paid $40, and then he was disappeared.
As in Enzenbacher? I don't think they meant to come up either. Guys, I would love to see 1 million likes on this stream.
Someone's saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, I love when people say that, even though everything I'm saying is just based on data. So do find an account where anybody will follow you so you can come up here and explain to me what I don't know that I'm talking about. I do love so many insecure men.
There's no phone number today, guys. There's no phone number. My guests cannot debate. Well, there's a phone number or somebody calling.
No, you do need followers to come up here. That's what we're telling you. Like, if you can't request, it's because you don't, I don't know what the limit is now, actually. I think you need some amount of, credibility on TikTok. It used to be more.
They change it every month.
Why am I varying gender? You said she doesn't know what she's talking about. You were referring to me. And I'm saying, I would wish you could come up here and explain to me what I don't know, but you can't because.
User number? Are you there? User number? Wow. All right. Swing and a miss. I have no follow. Yeah. I think maybe you just need to have an account that's more than 3 minutes old.
What's going on? Nobody is and I don't know why I'm explaining this, but at my core, I'm a nice person. It's not that you're not allowed to call. It's that if you call on TikTok, we still can't hear you. So that's why you have to request through TikTok. Cause Hector and I won't be able to hear you.
Or they won't be able to hear Felice and Hector. So you'll be able to hear them, but yeah.
I'm fine with seeing you solo. Yep.
Hold on, let's see. We got more people. Yellow?
Hey, sorry. I just wanted to see if an account with 2 followers could join. This is my MAGA account to listen to their lives. I'm a friendly. I love all of y'all so much.
Hey, thank you.
So you can join.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everyone keeps saying you have a
Me
follower
too.
requirement. I literally accept guests up all the time that have 1 or 2 followers.
There used to be one. It was like it was 1,000,
that.
then it was 400, then it was like 200, and now so it's weird that that person can't join. Maybe you have violations or something. Because I don't think you need followers anymore to join lives. Remember when you needed like a certain amount of followers to turn your camera on? Mm-hmm. Those were the days.
I think you still do, right?
You might need like 300 now to turn your camera on.
Yeah, 250 or 300, something like that.
It's all on vibes now.
It's all about money. The more they monetize, the more it's just like, who cares?
I don't know what to do. Man. Oh, I had to turn off my YouTube. Oh, I had to turn off my YouTube stream. It's a damn shame. Red, you're more than welcome to try coming back a different time, maybe a different day. I might be taking a little break here soon, and I might be coming back later to do some more debates tonight.
Can I take a moment out to read this tweet? April 26, 2025 at 4:35 p.m. No matter what deal I make with respect to Russia-Ukraine, no matter how good it is, even if it's the greatest deal ever made, the failing New York Times will speak badly of it. Liddy Peter Baker, the very biased and untalented writer for the Times, followed his editor's demands and wrote that Ukraine should get back territory, including, I suppose, Crimea, and other ridiculous requests in order to stop the unaliving that is worse than anything since World War II. Why does this lightweight reporter say that it was Obama who made it possible for Russia to steal Crimea from Ukraine without even a single shot being fired? It was also Liddy Peter who wrote an absolutely fawning yet terribly written biography on Obama. It was a joke. Did Baker ever criticize the Obama Crimea giveaway? No, not once. Only Trump. And I've had nothing to do with this stupid war, other than early on, when I gave Ukraine javelins and Obama gave them sheets. This is sleepy Joe Biden's war, not mine. I might as well say this. It was a loser from day one and should have never happened and wouldn't have happened if I were president at the time. I'm just trying to clean up the mess that was left to me by Obama and Biden, and what a mess it is. My favorite part. With all of that being said, there was no reason for Putin to be shooting missiles into civilian areas, cities and towns over the last few days. It makes me think that maybe he doesn't want to stop the war. He's just tapping me along and has to be dealt with differently. Through banking or secondary sanctions, too many people are dying. Your president admitted to being caught. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing. You understand that Trump is the one that lifted those sanctions, the team of people in the FBI that were working to like take assets from Russia and do exactly what he's now saying he wants to do. He's the one that undid all that stuff. So this is very ironic. And do you see what he just wrote this morning? I look forward to meeting the new Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. I very much want to work with him, but cannot understand one simple truth, and then list several lies. Why is America subsidizing Canada by $200 billion? They're not.
It's not even, it's not even a thing. It's dumb.
Then dollars a year, in addition to giving them free military protection. None of that's, oh God, it's like we're just in a nightmare of unintelligent people that back the most unintelligent person. If you lie so much, no one knows what's true anymore, though. I'll give them that.
I love how soft Trump has spoke about Carney. He seems like a good guy. Might have him in the White House as soon as this week.
Oh,
He's not said anything bad, and I can just sense that Carney's got his fucking hands around his nuts. I love it.
We were going to lose. I mean, Pierre Poilievre was going to win. Trump literally drove the Liberals back into power in Canada with his idiocy, and in Australia. I don't know if you guys saw, they were going to lose re-election, and thanks to Trump, they're just like, never mind, let's put the Labour Party back in power. Thanks, Trump. You're the best player on our team.
So even here in Texas, some local elections and school boards and stuff, progressives are winning. So apparently they're ticking the right people off.
What part of Texas are you in, Hector?
I'm in Austin.
Oh, fuck. I'll be in Austin Friday, actually.
I was about to say Brett Cross comes here all the time. We just grab some Hop Daddy.
Bro, I'm down. I'll have to let you know.
Bet.
I was in Tarrant County. Nice.
Shawnee, it's in my bio, ATX. Why does everyone miss this?
Damn. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in Dallas. Hector and I met while I was at work. What? Yeah, I'm in Dallas, guys. I sent you a link earlier. I saw that, Hannah. I did. I was looking at it while everybody was talking. I forgot to mention it.
Yes, Vordy, go Isaiah Martin. Absolutely.
Well,
can we get to 700? Can we all tap the screen and share the live with 5 people? Pickles, do you want to end the live and take a break? I know you never know when it's time to end a live. Is it time?
I don't know. It might be. Meg says I'm in Carrollton. I was born in Carrollton. Nice. Yeah, it might be time. We've been up for 5 hours. It's been 5 hours. It's a good run.
I'm delusional at this point. I know that this is like the longest we've ever done this. That was fun. And Hector, it's so nice to meet you. You have the most calming voice.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you, Felice. You absolutely know your stuff, which makes us thank you. Makes sense because Pickles only associates with people with great brain power. So that's an absolute W. You absolutely know your stuff. I gave you a follow. I appreciate you. Everyone keeps telling me I need to do like narrations or audiobooks, and I can't even say the radar stuff people say I should do. But yeah, maybe I'll pick up on it. I don't know.
Well,
I've listened. Anyways, thank you guys for having me. Have a great day. As always, love hanging out with you guys. We'll do it again soon.
Everybody follow
Later,
Felice.
Pickles.
Everybody follow Hector. Guys, W stream today. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Also, we just hit 63,000 followers, guys.
W.
Fuck yeah, chat. Yeah, we'll have to hang out. We'll have to do something again soon, Hector.
I'll say less.
Man.
I've been telling all the Texans, like, just hit me up. If you're in Austin, hit me up. If you're in Dallas, hit me up. If you're in Houston, hit me up. If I know where everyone's at when I'm in those areas, I will hit y'all up. Got to get Texans together and see what happens in the midterms.
For sure.
All right, man. Catch you later. Appreciate you.
Dude. Peace. Chat. I love yous. I'll probably be back again tonight. I don't have any other plans tonight, so I'll probably be doing just another debate stream tonight. So I will probably just see you guys in just a little bit after I have a snack and get up and stretch, do whatever, check my mail. Johnny Raid. Ooh, not a bad idea. Let's do it. Is Johnny live? Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. I was trying to add my backup to the stream, which is currently going. Oh, so sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Johnny came up here. Let's see. Is he live? Let's see. We've got... Yep, Johnny's live. Chat, let's go raid Johnny. Johnny Pomadessa. What is his thing? I'm pretty sure just... Yeah, it's Johnny Pomadessa, guys. Johnny Pomadessa. Johnnny. Pomadessa. Guys, go give Johnny the love. Tell him Pickles sent you. I will